South Africa's long-running war against illegal mining turned deadly in the early hours of Sunday morning, following a dramatic shootout between police and heavily armed zama-zamas at the Blyvooruitzig gold mine in Carletonville. The high-risk confrontation left 2 suspects dead, 4 others arrested, and once again exposed the dangerous reality facing law enforcement in the country's abandoned mining zones. This latest incident adds to growing concerns about the scale, organization, and increasing militarization of illegal mining syndicates operating across South Africa networks that continue to cost the economy billions while placing communities and police officers in constant danger. According to the South African Police Service, members of the elite National Intervention Unit based in Pretoria were deployed after receiving intelligence reports indicating that a group of illegal miners, believed to be heavily armed, had taken control of parts of the Blyvooruitzig gold mine. The mine, long abandoned and located near Carletonville, has become a known hotspot for illegal mining activity. Like many disused mining sites across Gauteng and the Northwest, its underground tunnels and unsecured shafts offer ideal hiding places for zama-zamas syndicates. Police arrived at the scene at approximately 4 o'clock on Sunday morning. As officers moved in to secure the area and establish control, suspects became aware of the police presence and attempted to flee. Within moments, the situation escalated. As suspects tried to escape, gunfire was exchanged between police and the illegal miners. Officers were forced to take cover and respond defensively as the shootout unfolded in the darkness of the early morning. When the exchange ended, 2 suspects had sustained fatal gunshot wounds. 4 other suspects were successfully arrested at the scene and taken into police custody. SAPs confirmed that no police officers were injured during the operation, a critical outcome given the intensity of the confrontation. However, a state-owned police vehicle was damaged during the exchange of gunfire, underscoring the danger officers faced. Following the shootout, police conducted a thorough sweep of the area. During this search, officers recovered a disturbing cache of illegal firearms and ammunition. Among the seized weapons were an AK-47 assault rifle, 2 9mm pistols, and live ammunition. The recovery of an AK-47 has raised serious concern among law enforcement officials. Assault rifles of this nature are not only illegal but indicate a level of organization and financial backing commonly associated with organized crime syndicates. Authorities say this confirms a troubling trend. Illegal mining operations are no longer informal or survival-based activities alone. Instead, many are tightly controlled criminal enterprises linked to weapons trafficking, labor exploitation, and violent territorial control. Illegal mining remains one of South Africa's most complex and dangerous criminal challenges. Zama-zamas often operate hundreds of meters underground, living in hazardous conditions for weeks or even months at a time. These groups are frequently controlled by syndicates that span provinces, and in some cases, international borders. The result is a criminal ecosystem that is difficult to dismantle and extremely dangerous to confront. Beyond the immediate violence, illegal mining costs South Africa billions of rand annually in lost mineral revenue. Infrastructure is damaged, abandoned shafts collapse, land becomes unstable, and water sources are polluted with toxic runoff. Communities near abandoned mines are often left dealing with increased crime, environmental destruction, and constant fear. What makes policing illegal mining particularly dangerous is the level of violence involved. Armed guards are commonly used to protect mining access points, intimidate rival groups, and confront law enforcement. In many cases, police are forced into life-or-death situations, as seen at Blyvooruitzig. Officers entering abandoned mines face narrow tunnels, poor visibility, unstable ground, and suspects who are prepared to shoot their way out. This reality has pushed SAPs to increasingly rely on specialized units, such as the National Intervention Unit, to handle high-risk operations. SAPs has confirmed that investigations into the Blyvooruitzig incident are ongoing. The 4 arrested suspects are expected to face multiple charges, including illegal mining, possession of illegal firearms and ammunition, and possibly attempted murder, depending on the outcome of ballistic and forensic investigations. Authorities are also working to determine whether the suspects form part of a broader syndicate operating in the Carletonville area. Intelligence-led operations like this one aim not only to arrest individuals on the ground but to disrupt the networks that fund, arm, and coordinate illegal mining operations. Police leadership has commended the National Intervention Unit for its discipline and professionalism during the operation, particularly given the level of threat posed by the suspects. For residents living near abandoned mines, incidents like this are both shocking and deeply familiar. Communities around Carletonville have long raised concerns about rising crime linked to illegal mining, including armed robberies, assaults, and intimidation. Gunfire in the early hours of the morning is more than just a headline. It is a stark reminder of the insecurity many South Africans live with daily. While some residents welcome police crackdowns, others worry about being caught in the crossfire when armed clashes occur close to homes, schools, and businesses. Local leaders continue to call for long-term solutions, including sealing abandoned shafts, increasing visible policing, and addressing the poverty and unemployment that drive many into illegal mining. The Blyvooruitzig shootout is not an isolated incident. Similar confrontations have occurred in Gauteng, Mpumalanga, Limpopo, and the Free State. Together, these incidents paint a clear picture. Illegal mining in South Africa has evolved into a highly organized, violent criminal enterprise. Government has repeatedly promised decisive action, with multi-departmental task teams involving SAPs, the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy, Home Affairs, and even the SANDF in some operations. However, critics argue that enforcement alone is not enough. Without rehabilitating abandoned mines and tackling the socio-economic conditions that fuel illegal mining, the cycle is likely to continue. As investigations continue, key questions remain unanswered. Who supplied the AK-47 and other firearms? How deeply entrenched is the syndicate operating at Blyvooruitzig? And what measures will be taken to prevent illegal miners from returning once police withdraw? For now, the deaths of 2 suspects and the arrest of 4 others mark another violent chapter in South Africa's ongoing struggle to reclaim its mining sector from criminal control. The early morning shootout at Blyvooruitzig gold mine serves as a sobering reminder of the dangers faced by both law enforcement and ordinary citizens. While SAPs succeeded in preventing further bloodshed and recovering illegal weapons, the incident highlights the urgent need for a sustained, coordinated national response to illegal mining. As South Africa continues to grapple with this crisis, every operation brings progress and new concerns about the level of violence now embedded in the fight. This is a developing story, and updates are expected as investigations unfold. Mzansi, this is SA Hot News. If you found this report informative, don't forget to like, share, and comment below. Your engagement helps keep important stories like this in the spotlight. Subscribe now for breaking stories you won't hear anywhere else.